I'm Riley Sheldon. This is my speech for speech communications class at SC4. My goal is to improve my fluidity, grammar, and Lisp. I know Lisp isn't technically one of them, but oh well. I also want to say that your syllabus talks about wearing feetwear. I know you probably forgot about that, but I find it funny, so I thought I'd bring it up. Anyways, I digress. My goals, back to it, are to improve mostly just speech, emotion, emphasis, things like that. And then particularly pronunciation is a struggle of mine because I have a Lisp. Anyways, let's get on to the background. So I have myself, my sister, my mom, a lifeguard, and a nurse. This is going on at a water park. It's my first ever vacation. I'm about 6 or 8 years old, so I'm really excited. All right, that's the background. Real important information. I know. So, onto the story though. We get there, and I smell the chlorine immediately. I've never smelled chlorine before this. So this smell just amps me up so much, and I've been in the car for already 2 hours at this point, so I am ridiculously excited. So, I'm just bugging my mom, like, come on, let's go, let's get into the pool, all this stuff, let's go down the slide, blah, blah, blah. We get to our room, I change real quick, I run down with my sister. So my sister and I were going down slides, doing whatever that I can for, a 6-year-old. I'm pretty short at this point. Doing whatever we can. And after an hour, my sister taps me on the shoulder. And she says, "Tag, you're it." And now I'm super excited still. I'm running after her. She starts going up these stairs and is holding this guardrail. I am too short to hold the guardrail for balance. And I slip and dunk my chin right on the stair. So I am kind of like about to start crying, and my sister looks at me and starts screaming for help. And I'm thinking, oh crap, I'm gonna get in trouble. So I start running down the stairs, and while I'm running down the stairs, I trip again. Nothing too bad happens this time, it just hurts, and I start crying. I'm running to my mom to go get help, and I fall for a third time. I slice my neck on a no running sign on the way down. And I get back up and I start walking my way over to my mom this time. Now, while I'm walking over, I hear this noise, and I realize it's me. I am struggling to breathe. And so I'm almost like terrified at this point. I'm crying, and mom hears this and probably all the commotion going around. And she turns around and she sees me bleeding all over. She just picks me up, takes me to a lifeguard, and the lifeguard takes me back to a nurse who eventually gives me a shot. Now, I was terrified of shots at this point in time. However, when she gave me this shot, I was so out of it. So I didn't even resist or anything like that. Now, spiders started coming up from the floor and onto the ceiling, and the whole room was black, covered in spiders. Now, because the whole room was black, obviously it was anesthesia, and I just passed out. Now, I wake up with 6 stitches on my chin and some staples on my neck. Now, this story, of course, has some morals. I remember getting this stitches taken out and the staples taken out, and it hurt like hell, all right? So, basically, I don't want to experience that pain again, obviously. So before I make any decisions like playing tag at a water park or, grabbing food off of a grill or anything like that, I think about it maybe twice, and I try to take my emotions out of the equation and just think about it logically. And basically the moral of the story is that you should always think twice before acting on emotions, or else you might end up with a broken jaw and a sliced